After withdrawing my first max payout in the last video, $2,000 from the account, my propfirm journey is far from over. I'm still 2 payouts away from earning a spot in Lucid's live review, and after cashing out, we're starting this week with around $2,200 left on the account after last Friday's profit. So with the mission starting all over again, can we make it back with a 4th payout from Lucid? Let's get this account growing. We start off this week with a gap up over the weekend, and price seemed to have rejected off the 760 area. Seeing we broke below the EMAs during pre-market, maybe price will try to fill the gap today. Right after market open, I took a snapshot after the 5-minute close with a bearish candle. At first, price did move lower, so I was kinda confident we'll hit the target. However, I unfortunately got tapped out at break-even since I moved my stop a little too early before the market decided to rip straight to my original target. So my bad. Shortly after, the market bounced off the overnight gap, but I wasn't really looking for long since we're still trading below the EMAs, which turned out to be the right call because price rejected and started ripping lower. So I jumped into a short looking for a move back to the lows, which played out just fine for 245 bucks. Price kept dumping for a while, and after another bearish close on the 5-minute, I decided to jump in short again. But this time, I noticed we were kind of trading inside the 15-minute ORB and price wasn't really following through. So I was like, oh shit, and quickly bailed for 254 bucks. Eventually, we bounced off the EMA again, and since we've been bearish the whole day, I re-entered short after price formed another lower high, where sellers finally stepped in to secure another 300 bucks. After that, we finally broke through the overnight gap, and I figured maybe we could scoop some profits before reaching the next liquidity area. So I entered another short, but seeing we were getting pretty close already, I only aimed for around 15 points, where price pretty much ripped straight to my target before bouncing. And even though the market continued dumping after that bounce, I was satisfied with the gains already, so I hopped off the charts and locked in 446 bucks after commissions. We continued with yesterday's downtrend, but price started moving sideways before New York opened. So maybe I'll be looking to take trades off the highs and lows of this range, which came shortly after price respected the trendline pretty well, so I took a stab long looking for a retest of the highs. But I was quickly proven wrong as price started rejecting off the EMAs and stopped me out for 300 bucks. After that, we pretty much ripped straight down over 100 points before pulling back off the demand zone. Instead of making new highs though, we actually started printing lower highs around the gap. Seeing that, I entered short after the 5-minute closed bearish, but I low-key felt my entry was a little too low, and I figured price would most likely bounce, especially around this demand zone. So I decided to pull a hella dangerous all-in stun by adding another 5 micros, which puts my stop at a whopping 760 bucks. However, if we manage to bank this trade, we'd be looking at a fat $900, which not only covers today's loss, but also put us comfortably back into the green. Not gonna lie, I was seriously sweating my ass off at this point and kept debating whether I should bail every time we dip into drawdown. But I shouldn't have worried because price eventually rolled over and tapped our target, ending the day up a little over 600 bucks after commissions. We finally reached the middle of the week, and since we have FOMC today, I do expect some volatility coming into a market where we were forming this huge range, but judging from yesterday's experience, maybe we shouldn't be too quick to trade off the highs and lows. So off open, I took a snapshot after price formed a low high off the EMA, and since the market was kinda bouncing at the demand zone, I did bail for 200 bucks. Low-key the right call though, as price eventually ripped higher, which would stop me out if I held. But that didn't last long as price immediately ripped back down and started printing low lows below the EMA. So I jumped into a short at the break of the 5-minute bearish candle. However, price got bought up real quick to tap me out for 300 bucks. I hadn't really given up on shorting yet, so after another rejection, I re-entered short thinking maybe the previous trade was just a fake out, so we should dump now, right? But yeah, I guess it was just my wishful thinking as I got tapped out again for another 170 bucks. Even then, I was still stubborn and wanted price to dip, so I sent a short after yet another rejection. This time though, I was quick to bail after realizing we were pretty much stuck in the chop fest and I didn't really want to be a part of it. After that, I did jump into a few trades, but it wasn't much as we were kind of back to where we left off. Eventually, price broke above the trend line and I figured we were pretty overdue for a bigger bounce after such a huge dump. So I flipped long and even doubled down on a retracement to bank in a fat 525 bucks, dragging my account back into the green. After ripping another 200 points lower, we finally got a decent pullback and price started printing lower historical highs of the EMA. Seeing that, I took a stab shot where the market pretty much dumped straight to my target for 270 bucks. And before calling it a day, I squeezed in one last quick shot to push my profit a little over 400 bucks after commissions. And that's actually gonna be it for this week. I know it was a shorter episode than usual, but I had a bunch of stuff to take care of. So I only managed to trade 3 days this week. Even then, I have to say we're in a pretty decent spot. We only need one more 150 bucks trading day to qualify for the next withdrawal. And we're getting pretty close to another max payout too. And who knows, maybe it's finally time to give copy trading another shot. Previously, that experiment went absolutely terrible. So let's just hope things turn out a little differently this time. If you want to see whether I can finally make copy trading work, you might want to stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next one.